Cadet Murachun was breaking the rules again. Regulation 47B was clear. All cadets must sleep in their designated environmental pods. But Myra preferred the communal quarters. The hard floor, a familiar comfort. The other cadets, from worlds with perfect climates and gentle histories, just didn't get it. How could she sleep without precise temperature controls or atmospheric regulators? Simple. She was from Earth. She could sleep anywhere. The piercing shriek of a klaxon shattered the ship's quiet at 03 for 7 hours. Mira's eyes snapped open instantly. It was a reflex, an ancient instinct from a planet where predators ruled the night. Around her, the other cadets stirred sluggishly, their biology simply not built for sudden, heart-pounding alertness. The Vedani twins, with their delicate respiratory systems, fumbled for their breathing gear, completely disoriented. Katek, from the serene world of Harmonious Prime, was still trying to process the alarm through his secondary consciousness. The ship's AI delivered the news with chilling detachment. Hull breach, Deck 7. Atmospheric decompression in progress. Neurotoxin detected in ventilation systems. Origin, unknown. Before the AI even finished, Mira was on her feet, the emergency lights flickering across the deck plates. Panic began to ripple through the room. The Verdani twins gasped, their specialized lungs seizing as the compromised air filled the compartment. Katek's skin flashed with distress signals, his species never having needed to evolve defenses against airborne poisons. But Mira's body was already at war. Her immune system, forged in the crucible of Earth's pollution, diseases, and constant microbial conflict, had identified the neurotoxin and was already fighting back. This was the gift of humanity's chaotic homeworld, an adaptability other species saw as almost mythical. She snatched an emergency respirator from the wall, her hands steady. Adrenaline surged through her veins, not the gentle stimulant her alien friends produced, but the raw, powerful fuel that let her ancestors fight saber-toothed cats and survive ice ages. "Stay calm," she commanded, her voice cutting through the growing chaos. But it was too late. The other cadets were collapsing. The Vedani twins fell first, their triple-lung system, so perfect for their home world, failing them utterly. Katek lasted a few seconds longer, his redundant organs buying him precious time before the toxin overwhelmed him. The Aquari exchange student, from a water world, convulsed once and then went still, her gills useless against a threat she'd never been designed to face. 3 minutes. That's all it took. 3 minutes after the alarm, Cadet Mirachun stood alone among 17 fallen classmates. The cold, brutal efficiency of her training took over. She sealed the compartment doors, activated the emergency beacon, and started triage. Her fingers searched for pulsescent species with 3 hearts, on others with crystalline circulatory systems, but the results were all the same. Alive, but fading fast. The medical bay was 4 decks away. The corridors were contaminated. Protocol dictated she should wait for rescue, seal herself in a safe area, and preserve her own life. Any rational being from any other world would have followed the rules, but Mira was from Earth. And on Earth, protocols are just suggestions when survival is on the line. She grabbed Katek first. He was the largest, but his redundant organs gave him the best chance. Her muscles screamed in protest, but the higher gravity of her homeworld had forged a strength that seemed impossible to her peers. She dragged him down the corridor, through emergency air, her own lungs filtering the toxins that were killing her friends. One by one, she brought them back from the brink. The Verdani twins she moved together, knowing their shared nervous system meant separating them would be a death sentence. The Aquari girl, her gills fluttering weakly, desperate for moisture. 17 trips, 17 lives, carried through contaminated hallways by a woman who weighed just 63 kilograms, and who, by all accounts, shouldn't have been able to move beings twice her size. 6 hours later, the rescue team finally cut through the hole. They found a scene that defied all logic. In the medical bay, slumped against a wall in sheer exhaustion, was Cadet Chu. Her hands were still wrapped around a crystalline's fractal appendage, manually stimulating its core matrix to keep it from fading. Commander Delvan, the head of the rescue vessel, stared with his species equivalent of pure awe. 17 cadets from 9 different species. All alive, all saved by one human who was supposed to be asleep when the disaster struck. How? He asked, his voice filled with disbelief. Mita looked up, the exhaustion, a heavy mask on her face. I'm from Earth. Commander, she said, her voice raspy. We don't go down easy. Those words would become legend in the Academy archives. The story of the single human from a so-called death world, who shattered every protocol, every expectation, and every biological limit. Because that's what humans did. They survived, and then they made damn sure everyone else survived too. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this story, make sure to like and subscribe for more.